Welcome to Subramani. Many of you are very young and you would not have heard of this great man, Bernard Madoff, right? Famously known as Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff ran a hedge fund along with his team, and he gave people an amazing return of 1% every month, like clockwork, on the dot, right? So people who were so-called equity investors did not question how this man was doing this, right? Now somebody called Anugrah stockbrokers did more or less the same thing. They said, if you have your shares, give it to us, we will keep it with us, and we will give you 1% per month. Now the persons who invested were not very sophisticated investors, but they did not ask the simple basic question, how on my equity portfolio do you earn say 15-16%, because I'm assuming you will keep 2-3%, you're not part of the organized sector, so you will keep 2-3%, you're not, and you're giving me 12. No, nobody asked that question. Now what happens is, look at the psychology of how the whole thing works. Bernard Madoff had this company, Bernard Madoff Investment Services or something. This must have been 2004, 2005. I think the whole thing came out only in 2006 or something, and he was doing this for 20 years. Yeah, I repeat, 20 years he's been giving 1% return flat, or maybe it changed from year to year, but yes, it was a flat amount given regularly over very long periods of time. And the best thing is, Bernie Madoff did not deal with small people. He dealt with very big, sophisticated investors. And if you go to Anugrah, they also dealt with a few sophisticated investors, including people who put big amounts of money, 10 crores, 12 crores. We even heard of somebody who had put 50 crores, but I'm not sure, I have not confirmed those numbers. So what do you think he must have done? Now, let us now get into what Madoff did. Madoff promised people secrecy, which means it was not available to everybody. It was available only by invitation. So somebody would come and tell me and say, Subra, because you are so and so, you're a chartered accountant or a stockbroker, some shit like that, and therefore this investment opportunity is available. It's a hush-hush thing, not available to everybody. However, I'm a member of that club and I can get you in. Can you imagine? You are being given a fantastic chance to invest in a hedge fund, and it is not available to everybody, and it is given only to you, and the minimum amount you have to invest is say rupees 20 lakhs. Now what happens, this guy who knew nothing about the markets till some time ago, and he was doing 25,000, 50,000, 1 lakh rupee SIP, suddenly offered such a huge thing that you can invest in a hedge fund. Guy doesn't know what is the meaning of the word hedge fund, but he dare not admit that he doesn't understand. So here you are given an exclusive club, the fact that you are allowed to invest, and the fact that you're getting 1% every month. After 2-3 months, you start talking to your brother-in-law, to your neighbor, to your friend, and you have been getting results. You've got it for 2-3 months, so you go around talking to people and saying. Now what happens is, if suppose a newcomer comes and asks that how is he able to give 1% consistently when the markets are going up and down, your reaction is to say, look, don't ask these questions, right? It's a hedge fund, and hedge fund uses very sophisticated technologies. And then you throw in some numbers. You say, we use puts, calls, options and futures, and so you say, look, they must be doing something right, because the guy who came and told me this was a commissioner of income tax or was a businessman or something like that, and these are sophisticated investors, right? Now this new guy is ashamed to even ask more questions because he does not really understand the question himself. So he says, okay, I will part with, but I don't have 25 lakhs, which is the minimum. So you go to and fro, and you come back and say, okay, you can put 15 lakhs, but you have to put the next 10 lakhs within the next 2-3 months. This guy is relieved, and he says, okay, let me put in the money. How do sophisticated investors fall? Exclusivity, hedge fund, using words which the guy just has not understand, and giving good returns over last 3-4 months, 6 months. He himself, after 6 months or 1 year, says, this is very good, can I put another 25 lakhs? Be my guest. So right, another 25 lakhs comes, and then he brings his brother-in-law's 25 lakhs. Then the brother-in-law's neighbor's boss and neighbor's friend come in, and then the wife says, I also have 25 lakhs. Lo and behold, there is 2 crores come from a guy who had put just 25 lakhs 6 months ago. Because he has spoken to so many people. No, he is not getting a commission, nothing, but he is able to do deals for friends. That's a great kicker, right? What has happened? Complete bias, bias of authority, bias of not understanding what you're doing. And typically the salesman saying, but SIP, Subra, is not for you, right? SIP is meant for your driver, your buy, and people who can do 500 rupees, 1000 rupees. You are an HNI, that's it. So just these kind of terminology works, right? So let us see what Bernie Madoff did, because you are all young. Many of you may not even heard of Madoff. So some of you may not have even heard of Ponzi. So you should read about Charles Ponzi. I think if I'm not wrong, Charles Ponzi, who created the Ponzi scheme. I think we should now retire Ponzi and call it the Madoff scheme, because Madoff has cheated more people than Ponzi did. So let us see what all worked. One is an exclusive club into which somebody is doing a favor. So first you go and find a very influential man in a club or in a group, in an association, in a building society, or generally in life. He puts his money, and then he starts getting returns. Then he goes and tells another powerful friend, look, there is this scheme which is fantastic. It's a hedge fund, which means it's something which you don't understand, right? So what a hedge fund does, people don't know, and people are ashamed to ask because they don't want to admit. So one of the guys who comes is a CFO of a big company who dare not admit to his friends that he doesn't understand a hedge fund, especially if he's talking to a young woman whom he's trying to impress. He cannot even tell her he doesn't understand. So he goes and puts his money, and when he puts his money, the signal across is, oh, he has put in this money. Mr. Subra has put in the money, and Subra understands hedge funds, etc., etc. You may or may not have, I may or may not have put the money, but the story goes. Then each person goes and spreads the story and says how Subra put 25 crores and he is getting 25 lakhs every month, right? They have no clue who is Subra, but they are all heard the story that Subra put money here and he has earned money. So they don't know, so they keep on putting. Each sophisticated investor gets another sophisticated investor who, after putting in the money and losing the money, it says, oh, I actually did some due diligence. I checked out with 3 of my friends. They had also put money, and they told me that they were getting returns consistently for the last 2 years. How do you say yes to a fund which has given you consistent returns of 1% every month? Don't you understand that equity can give you 12% in the month, 0 the next month? Anything is possible. In the month of March, the portfolios fell by 30%, and some of these jokers who had put in their money also got 1% in the month of March, which was explained away saying, oh, we had taken positions both ways, we had used hedging technology. This is nonsense. You don't understand, you don't understand. Say that you don't understand. Saying no is not a bad thing. You didn't understand what was happening. No, but sophisticated investors, I find the term very, very funny to say sophisticated investors who lose money. They lost money in NSCL, right? Sophisticated investors who thought you could get 12% year on year in a country where State Bank of India was then paying about 7.5% interest on bank FDs. These guys thought there was no risk in putting money in NSCL, which would give them 1% every year, every month, based on hedging positions, based on stock positions, etc. Don't fall for it. Go to Google, read about what Bernie Madoff did or Bertrand Madoff did. These things will happen again and again. So if you are a real equity investor, if you are a fund investor, if you are interested in getting 12% return, 13% return, it is possible. It's not impossible, but it is a process of learning, making mistakes, removing things like confirmation bias, and accepting one thing: I do not know. I think the best 4 words in investing has always been I do not know, because we do not know many things which happen. We do not know hedging. The biggest worry or fear for all of us should be we cannot come out of our own biases, right? So think that you can come out of your biases by doing all these things is wrong. You can keep on trying, but still that bias will come in. I know I should not be buying real shit, but if somebody comes and tells me, Subra, Reliance Power is being revived and look at the price, it is 2 rupees. I say, ठीक है, 2 lakh share में क्या होगा? What will you lose? 4 lakhs, that's all you lose. The whole thing will be lost because it will be frozen downside. Only seller, only seller, only seller. I won't be able to get rid of it. So how much do I lose? 4 lakhs. Is there possibility that I gain? Well, I hope that 2 rupees becomes 20 in the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, right? It doesn't happen that way. It's not so simple. Don't fall for games which people tell you. The word sophisticated investor is nothing short of a joke, an oxymoron, if you would say. Many of these big so-called funds don't do due diligence. So don't get carried away by names like Ratan Tata has done it, Azim Premji has done it. Doesn't matter. They can afford to lose a couple of 100 crores. You cannot. Preserving capital is the most important, sensible thing that a retail investor can do. Thank you.